What's up, family? Trail here, and we have some awesome news to share with you today. We have up to $14,000 that's available for millions of Americans. And in the process, we have 2 states calling for a state of emergency. And lastly, guys, hey, I have a special announcement to talk about in this video as well. So make sure that you stay tuned to find out more details. But first, don't forget how much a simple press of the like button does for this video and for this channel. And also, guys, if you are not subscribed yet, hey, please think about doing so today. It really helps out this channel as well. But anyways, guys, hey, let's jump right into the video. Well, guys, before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much, guys. Thank you for all of your support on this channel throughout the last couple of years. We have finally reached 100,000 subscribers, and I owe it all to you guys. Now, what does that mean for me going forward? Well, it means that YouTube is probably going to send me one of these little fancy plaques right here that you see on the screen. So that is really going to be amazing, guys. It has definitely been a long journey, and I just wanted to say a personal thank you to you today for doing so. I appreciate all of you that have subscribed to the channel, and also if you have not, it is not too late. You can do so right now. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to send out a quick thank you right now personally from Budget Bill to you. Thank you for 100,000 subscribers. Now let's go ahead and move on, guys. Hey, we do have some good news right here, and that is because companies are now starting to drop vaccine mandates. Now this could be awesome for some individuals because we have seen over the past couple of years where individuals have ended up losing their jobs because they refuse to get vaccinated, which is the first time that we have seen anything like this. Right here, it talks about that some companies are rolling back mandates for employee COVID vaccinations, but few are making official public announcements about it, which means they are keeping it private, even though it's no longer a requirement. Now, these particular moves signals that we've shifted into a new chapter of the pandemic and that employers are desperate to get people back into the office. Employees are trying to reduce any barriers for entry for new hires, says Aaron Grimes, which is a co-founder of Charter, which is a media and servicing company, in which she said that look, the requirements are also expensive and time consuming for employers, which is another reason to go ahead and stop these vaccination mandates. So anyways, guys, this could be some definitely good information for those who pretty much do not agree with taking the vaccination, in which maybe they can get their jobs back. I don't know if these particular employers are going to be calling these individuals back to see if they are still interested in getting their jobs back, but that would definitely be something that employers should look into. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to share that news with you today. Moving on, guys. Hey, New York is declaring a state of emergency, and this is after they have found more polio virus in their wastewater, and they are really urging their residents to get vaccinated for polio. Now, it talks about it right here where the New York Governor Kathy Hochul said on Friday that the state was stepping up its polio fighting efforts after the virus was detected in the wastewater of yet another county in New York City. And health officials began checking for signs of the virus in sewage water after the first case of polio in the United States in nearly a decade was identified back in July in Rockland County, which is north of New York City. Now, the latest detection involved a wastewater sample collected last month in Nassau County on Long Island, directly east of New York City. And the sample is genetically linked to polio case from Rockland and provides further evidence of expanding community spread, according to the state health officials. Now, the polio virus had previously been detected in wastewater in New York City and 3 counties in its north area, which is Rockland, Orange, and Sullivan. So anyways, guys, the polio continues to spread in New York, which appears that it is spreading much slower than expected. But still, guys, this is definitely some reach for concern and a state of disaster emergency that could allow EMS workers, midwives, and pharmacists to administer polio vaccines and allows doctors to issue standing orders for the vaccine. But anyways, guys, right now the data on immunization will be used to focus vaccination efforts where they're needed the most. So again, guys, if you live in New York or you're participating in traveling to New York, you definitely want to be aware of the potential polio that has been detected in the wastewater. So anyways, guys, we'll definitely keep you guys posted on the state of emergency in New York City. But anyways, guys, they are not the only state that is having a state of emergency. DC, the mayor, has also declared a public state of emergency in response to the migrant buses. Now, I know you guys ask, what exactly is that? Well, apparently different southern states such as Texas and Arizona have been busing all of the migrants that have been crossing over the border from Mexico into the United States. They have been putting them on a bus and sending them directly to DC, in which, in a statement from the mayor, they said that the buses sent by Texas and Arizona's Republican governors is a political stunt. Now, Washington mayor declared a public emergency announcement on Thursday in response to Texas and Arizona sending buses of migrants to the nation's capital. The emergency declaration allows Bowser to establish an office that will provide services to the incoming migrants, her office announced on Thursday, saying in a statement that, look, we are staying true to our DC values and building a system that will support a compassionate, consistent, and well-coordinated response, according to the statement. Now, the district plans to allocate around $10 million to the particular new office that they are building in support of these organizations as well, and will seek reimbursement from the federal government, according to the statement. Now, the Office of Migrant Services will help with reception and triage of migrants, many of whom are expected to move to destinations outside of Washington. And it will also set up a separate system to coordinate Washington's response to the influx of migrants from Mexico. So anyways, guys, DC is in a state of emergency because of these tons of thousands of migrants that are being migrated directly to DC from Arizona and Texas. Now, we did dig a little bit deeper, guys, and we ended up finding out exactly how much they are spending. And right now, here in my home state of Texas alone, they have spent more than $12 million in regards to busing these migrants, and they have been busing them to DC as well as New York, according to some recent documents that was received. Now, it does say that the price tag of Texas Governor Greg Abbott's much politicized campaign of sending migrants arriving on the southern border to Washington, D.C. and New York City has cost the state around $12 million. Now, CNN uncovered the receipt for the controversy stirring up this particular effort, which was once labeled as kidnapping by some particular critics, in which the organization later confirmed that the state has spent $12 million. Now, Governor Abbott, who began busing undocumented immigrants to the nation's capital back in April, continued with his pledge to upset politicians who have criticized his border policies by expanding that effort into New York City earlier this month when the first bus arrived at Port Authority Bus Terminal. So anyways, guys, yes, DC is dealing with this issue, and we don't know if New York City is dealing with the issue as of yet, but we do know that they have been receiving these buses directly from the Texas governor. So anyways, guys, hey, what do you think about this? Do you think that the country should continue to allow migrants migrating from the border into the United States freely, or do you think that they should actually stop this? And then on the other side, guys, do you think that the Texas governor as well as the Arizona governor have their right to go ahead and take these migrants and bus them to these particular other states? Let me know how you feel about this, guys, because I definitely want to see how you feel about this whole situation and whether or not you think it is pretty much just a political stunt, or if you believe that these migrants should not be allowed to freely enter into this country. Let me know down below in the comment section, guys. Moving on, guys, we do have a bit of small information on the latest of the former President Donald Trump. Trump and his colleagues just submitted to the DOJ in regards to who they feel like they should have as their special master to review these files before the DOJ. Yes, it says right here that Trump and the DOJ proposed 4 special master candidates to review the documents that had been seized from Mar-a-Lago. Now, the Justice Department opposed the appointment of special master, but the U.S. District Judge Cannon ruled an independent review of Mar-a-Lago documents was needed for the perception of fairness. And yes, guys, that is exactly what has been happened. They have submitted this information late on Friday, so we definitely want to see within this coming week whether or not the judge will actually approve of one of these 4 individuals to be the special master appointed to review this information. And also in regards to some Trump news, this is really just a small piece of news, but a judge recently threw out one of Trump's lawsuits that was against the former candidate of presidency, which was Hillary Clinton. Now, back in March, Trump accused Clinton and dozens of other Democrats in a 108-page lawsuit of working together to accuse of the former President Donald Trump of colluding with Russia during the 2016 presidential election. And here we are, guys, at the beginning of September of 2022, and the judge has officially thrown out that lawsuit. So anyways, guys, that's all we have on the former President Donald Trump. Now, we do need to go ahead and talk about some stimulus update news. And right here, guys, we do have some information in regards to a lot of money, thousands of dollars, guys, which is going to be available for millions of Americans. Right here in this article from thesun.com, and it says that millions of Americans can receive up to $14,000 for their homes, but you have to act right now. Yes, millions of Americans must act right now to be eligible to receive up to $14,000 for their homes due to energy efficient home upgrades. Now, President Biden's Inflation Reduction Act calls for several ways Americans can benefit and lower their energy costs. Now, the Inflation Reduction Act was signed by President Biden back in August of this year, so it hasn't been that long, but the bill is meant to help lower the costs for families while addressing the climate change, as well as healthcare, as well as taxes. Now, this particular bill outlines several ways that millions of Americans can benefit and see a return on their energy saving steps if they act right now. Now, the question is, how much are the energy tax credits that is in this particular Inflation Reduction Act? Well, it says right here, guys, that the White House said that families who take advantage of the clean energy and electric vehicle tax credits will save more than $1,000 per year. And then in addition to that, $14,000 in direct consumer rebates for families to buy heat pumps or other energy efficient home appliances, as well as 7.5 million more families will be able to install solar on their roofs with 30% tax credits, saving families $9,000 over the life of the system, or at least $300 per year. And also, guys, up to $7,500 in tax credits for new electric vehicles and $4,000 for used electric vehicles. Now, these are tax credits, guys, which could save Americans some additional money. However, the one catch is that these funds will likely be unavailable until 2023, according to CNBC. Now, there is also a second rebate worth up to $8,000 that supports only homes that have had recent installations that cut energy costs in half. Now, a nonprofit called RMI, which focuses specifically on clean energy solutions, is supportive of this initiative from the government in the Inflation Reduction Act. So again, guys, if you are willing, if you have a little bit of money to go ahead and invest in energy cost reduction savings for your home, you could be eligible to save up to $14,000, according to all of this information right here. Now, if I know I went over this information pretty quickly, guys, but I will include a link to this article down below in the description so that you can check it out in its entirety. But anyways, guys, this is some definitely good news for those of you who are homeowners. Of course, those individuals that live in apartments or things like that, you probably can't necessarily benefit from the energy cost savings. However, you can benefit if you choose to participate and invest in an electric vehicle. That is anywhere between $4,000 and $9,000 in tax credits. But anyways, guys, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But as a quick reminder, don't forget about the promotion with Webull that is going on right now through the end of this month, where they are giving out 12 free stocks after you deposit any amount of money. And also, guys, hey, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.